going to do a little kitchen reset situation. My fridge needs some TLC. My pantry does as well. We just need to get ourselves started for the week. Fun fact, I normally do this on Mondays, but it's actually Wednesday. The kids had Monday and Tuesday off from school. Now everyone's back to school and work and all that. I get to reset the house, if you will. So this is gonna be a little bit different than normal because normally I'm planning for the whole week. However, it doesn't matter. We need to clean out the fridge, clean out the pantry, menu plan, grocery shop, prep the food, and then make something to eat. Obviously, I'm gonna make dinner, but I think I'll also make a little sweet treat later too. So I always start by taking a peek at what I actually have to see what needs to be replenished and what doesn't. The kids and I have this running collaborative grocery list on my phone, and you can see who put what, and you'll see it's mostly me and Nala, but it'll have whatever throughout the week as like we run out of things, the kids can add to it. I highly suggest this if you have a household where you have kids old enough and another adult or other adults. Maybe you're in control of the groceries, but like when my son is like, oh, mom, we're out of orange juice, I say, don't tell me that. I don't wanna know. Put it on the list. I don't wanna know what we ran out of. Put it on the list. Oh, I'm out of my hair stuff. What does that mean? It means nothing to me. Write down exactly what the hair stuff is and put it on the list. And I've noticed for me, this has really released a lot of this sort of mental load of just kind of keeping up with the offhanded things that people will mention they're out of. They need deodorant, they need body wash, they need hair gel, they need cranberry juice, they were out of their favorite flavor of blah, blah, blah. Speaking of, if you scroll down on this list, you'll see that my daughter has chosen to add an extra thing in here that says what she does and doesn't like. There are certain flavors of Olipop, for instance, or Poppies that she really likes and certain flavors she doesn't like. And those are things that are really hard for me to remember on my own. So she put them on there. My son was supposed to do it too, but he's a boy, he doesn't care. He just, my son doesn't care as much, and that's perfectly fine. He's not as picky, so it's perfectly fine that he doesn't want to be all over the top and extra. So we have that list to work off of, and then I'm gonna grab a couple of recipes from some cookbooks. Now I'm a big cookbook lover. These are not all of my cookbooks, some of them, and I flipped through them the other day and my son and I both picked out a couple of things. I'm trying to decide if I want to go with like a Mexican vibe this week because it involves a lot of the same ingredients. You know, it kind of all goes, or if I want to skip that, do it next week and instead just go with like more basic kind of American food, if you will. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and flip through these two. You'll notice I have a few tabs on them. I have all of her cookbooks and I have the Magnolia cookbooks and I have all the Skinny Taste cookbooks, and those are probably my all-time like favorite ones. I don't make dinner every single day because we always have leftovers, and when I plan to make dinner every day, I end up having way too much food. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip through, pick a couple of things that I think both kids would actually enjoy, add the ingredients that I need to my list. I really don't feel like cooking anything that we have marked in these books. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go to our trusty binder because this isn't a normal week and I don't wanna treat it like a normal week because then I'm gonna end up with too many groceries and too much food. One thing I'm gonna make out of the Half Baked Harvest book though are these Rice Krispie treats, but they're not like regular Rice Krispie treats. And the reason I'm gonna make them is because we have a box of Rice Krispies and we have 2 bags of mini marshmallows and they're just gonna sit there and get stale. So I'd rather make these, so stick around and we'll do these later. 8 cups? 8 cups of cereal? Doesn't that seem like a lot? Is that how much is in there? No, maybe that's not a lot actually. I think I'm being dramatic. Instead of trying to make something new happen, we're just gonna go to Old Faithful here, which is this. And I highly recommend that if you are someone that cooks from cookbooks and you have a lot of cookbooks, it can be kind of hard for you to remember like where you got a recipe from that you really liked. Like I'm looking for this freaking blueberry muffin recipe that I have to look through 45 different cookbooks because I can't remember which one it was in, and it was so amazing. When I find a really amazing recipe that the whole family likes, I just copy it in my printer and I print it out. I put it in here and that's what I do. So this has our favorite recipes, including like crazy old recipes that we still use to this day. And I mean, this recipe is like 20 years old, but this was the day I asked my mom for it a million years ago, okay? Because this is how the iPhones still look. And I just printed out the screenshot. I make little additions or little corrections to whatever is on here because sometimes I figured out a way to make it better. Oh, you might want to double this, which I literally just made this the other day. And these are things that the kids love. Skip the sausage, make it, or skip the chicken, make it with sausage or asparagus. Make it with egg noodles. Oh, I love the savory shrimp and grits. This is from Aisha Curry's book. I really like her first book a lot. Jay doesn't like the sauce. Save him some noodles with just butter and salt. Jalapeno crusted grilled cheese. No jalapenos for Jay. I mean, I know that, but if anyone else was ever looking at this, then they could know it too. Aunt Amy's lemon blueberry. Oh, I should just make these. This is quite literally Aunt Amy. Like, she's my sister-in-law. She's a kid's aunt. And she writes like a first grade teacher. Like, she has the prettiest little handwriting. Favorite scones, our favorite cookies. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out a couple of these, write those down in my phone, and we're gonna head out. I have a Pilates class at 9:30. If we leave in the next 10, we can get to the grocery store, which is right next to the Pilates studio. By like 8:15 gives us about an hour to shop. And then because it is like -12 or something outside, I can leave the groceries in the car. And if anything, they will get colder than they were in the store. Favorite parts of shopping at Meijer is that I can check out like on my, well, you can't check out on your phone, but you can scan everything on your phone. Does she need the cleanser? Found it, and now I can just scan it, and now it's in my cart. I accidentally forgot, like, put my favorite shopping bag. I use these reusable shopping bags, but they're like incredible. And the 3 that I normally use fit perfectly in the cart, like small, medium, large. But the large one is in the Escalade, and I didn't bring that today, so we have this one. It'll do. All right, let me hurry up and throw this stuff in there because I just got my alert that class is in 1 hour. It means I don't have an hour. It means I have less than an hour, so I need to hurry up and get these things in the cart. I was looking at some old footage recently, and it's kind of funny to look back and see the different stuff that like we were eating and drinking, like that was like a necessity in the house, you know? Right now it's Poppies and Ollipops. Big fans. Back then it was Zevias, and it was, I don't know, we had a lot of different stuff we were doing. I wish they weren't so expensive, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm done at the grocery store, but I actually just finished my Pilates class, and it wasn't great, guys. It wasn't great. I was feeling super tired right before I pulled up, and I didn't have any caffeine or anything this morning, and I really didn't think it was gonna affect me, but I was done. Like, I was so spent, and I looked at my watch, and it was like 22 minutes. We've only been doing this for 22 minutes. The class is 50 minutes long. Well, 50 to 55 minutes long. I have a headache, too. I'm not feeling my best, so that just kind of dampened my mood. But we're gonna go home and keep this going. We're gonna go unload all of our groceries, which are plenty cold because it is frigid. I need to caffeinate ASAP. Got the groceries. It was only 1, 2, 3 bags. There's some pop out in the garage and some toilet paper in the bathroom. But besides that, it all fit into these little bags. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna make a coffee because I still feel like I want to fall asleep, and it's just with it. What good am I if that's how I feel? Before we even got to the food area, I already had $75 worth of stuff. That's part of the reason I really like seeing the total. Like, I like to do it on my phone because I can see the total as I'm going, which is just nice. They also make it really easy for you to clip the coupons because it'll automatically pull a coupon up if you scan a product and there is a coupon. So like, this was 11 bucks. This is for the dishwasher. I got 3 sprays because we run out and it's always at like the worst time. I just got 3 of them. So that was $15 for those 3. Liquid IVs are almost 20 bucks for a box, which I try to get them from Costco, but Costco switches the flavors out so often. And right now the flavors that they have are the ones that the kids won't drink. I got Nala's Panaxel or whatever, her body wash. And I think that was it and then I got a pack of Scrub Mommies. They are 1,000 times better than Scrub Daddies. I mean, they do 2 jobs, you know? They do it all. The Scrub Daddies, I'm like, you're so basic. You're such a basic Betty. The Scrub Mommy, she's got both sides. She's multifaceted. We're gonna go ahead and put this away. There's not a lot. I ended up having to make some switches while I was in there because I just didn't see some things that I wanted, and some of the produce was just not looking too hot. So I'll probably end up at Aldi at some point. And then there was a creamer, very specific creamer I really wanted to get. They didn't have it, but I know for a fact that Target has it. So probably at some point I'll run to Target and get it. We like to have little snacks like this that the kids can take. Jaden has really been enjoying Cliff Bars lately. Nala is a huge Fiber One fan. We have a bunch in the pantry that I bought last week, so I just got her the little donut ones just for funsies. And I really like this brand. They have the carbonara noodles, which I used to have a lot of when I was super cutting down on calories, basically. Carbonara were pretty good as far as like a pasta goes. I never realized they just had regular pasta. So Nala really likes this spinach one, and it's an egg noodle, so I also grabbed that little egg noodle pasta. We don't need a ton of pasta, but those are different from anything we have. And then I finally just bit the bullet and got a big yogurt, because normally I do little cups, but this one's really good. Decided to just go ahead and get myself a big one. However, for the kids, I get very specific ones. Nala will only eat this one pretty much, which is fine. It's a little yogurt. She takes it for lunch. It's the reason I buy these, so the kids can pack them for something to supplement their lunch. And then I didn't get much in the way of fruits and veggies because, like I said, it wasn't looking too hot. I mean, I'm seeing now that I got this very jank cucumber, like, that makes me sad. Looks like somebody already ate it. I don't know. These were, you know, like almost $1 a piece, and that just felt like a lot. So got some avocados, oranges, little potatoes. We have a bunch of cooked broccoli, green beans, etc. in the fridge already. Cantaloupe. Jay's a big fan of that. Nala will not touch it. Favorite tortillas are from La Banderita. No, they're not from La Banderita. Why did I buy these ones? And something told me, Sarah, that's not what you want. And my brain was like, you know, my brain wasn't clicking. This is not the brand. Why did I buy those? It's the flower ones from La Banderita that we like. Dang it. I was like, why does the package look like this? This isn't how they normally look. My brain was not like fully computing. Let's put this stuff away. But before we do that, we need to clean out the fridge. Here she is. Here she is. But I want to take everything out and just clean off the shelves. Kind of gross. This, remember this from my video? And I was like, I gotta eat this later this week. Yeah, well, it's 2 weeks later and I haven't eaten it. This is from the other day. I made albondigas and I don't want to get rid of it because I really enjoyed it. In fact, I'll probably just make myself eat today. Nala was supposed to take this for lunch and she didn't. And she was supposed to take this for lunch. She said she would take it tomorrow. And then in here, I just have some chicken thighs I made. Those are fine. Another open soup that's been in there forever. The rest of it's fine. It just needs to be cleaned off, I think. We just need to clean up a little bit. We do have some veggies. Luce and I just went to Trader Joe's the other day. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this all out and then I'll give you a little looky poo after. I'm gonna prep the stuff that I just bought, and I'm also gonna prep the things that were kind of already in the fridge that never really got prepped, like these tomatoes. Kind of on their way out, so I need to figure out something to do with them. Put them in this little container so I can see them, because honestly, even though I like when they're on the vine, I don't eat them because they're on the vine, because it's just one extra little step, and I don't like tomatoes enough for an extra step. Some stuff I'm just gonna kind of repackage, if you will, like the carrots. I'm just gonna peel them and cut them a little bit smaller. Nothing crazy. This is the onion, and I have some sitting over there that need to be cut, so I'm just gonna go ahead and refill this. They're all from the same batch, the same bags. This was leftover onion cilantro from the other days. And then I have some parsley here, which I bought just a couple of days ago. I bought it for a recipe, but I ended up using cilantro instead of the parsley. And I wonder if I can do that thing that I'm always seeing people online do, where they like put water in a little mason jar and then they put the herb in there and it kind of keeps it alive. Speaking of herbs, let me show you. my little update on the herb garden over here. So the dill's out of control. Caused me to figure out how to use it, but you can see the dill's going crazy. It's huge, it's everywhere. But now the basil's definitely coming through, the curly parsley is coming through, the thyme it's struggling. And then over here, I've already replaced this and the first one didn't grow and now the second one's not growing either. So yeah, the dill's been great. So what I've been doing, because I have so much, is I've created a pickling jar. Now, I don't know anything about pickling, so don't look to me for any kind of suggestions here. I'm just telling you what I've done. Had a thing of pickling spices, and then I just combined it with a bunch of vinegar and water. I threw some chopped up cucumbers in there. Those are basically pickled. Bunch of dill from the little herb garden. And then you'll see I threw some green beans in there because Nala's obsessed with green beans right now. She was like, could we pickle some? Da da da. I was like, yeah, absolutely. You can like pickle anything, right? What if we pickled eggs? Okay, maybe another day. Are you supposed to blanch these? Because I just threw them in there raw and they are crunchy. So that was a fail. And I'm gonna take those out. But the rest of this, I'm just kind of reusing the jar and adding more vinegar and water as needed. And I don't know if we're gonna end up with an issue from that. I don't know how pickling works. Feel free to let me know. I posted the most disgusting pickle I've ever had in my entire life online the other day. And you guys were really divided because someone said Bubby's Pickles, which is a naturally fermented pickle, apparently. I had no idea this existed. I'm used to a vinegar pickle. This was the most putrid thing that I have ever willingly eaten. No, maybe not ever. Certainly in the last like 5 years. It was so disgusting. I kept trying to eat it because it cost me like $12 because it was from Whole Foods. And I'll insert the photo of it. And a bunch of you guys messaging me that you agree that it's absolutely disgusting, tastes nothing like a pickle. To me, it tastes like kombucha punishment. That's what I said it tasted like. So anyway, I wouldn't recommend. If you're into it, you're into it. The only reason I got it is because I've heard that fermentation and yada, 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 pickled things and whatever, like, it's good for you? I don't know. But I like pickles, and those ones were gross, and I wish I had never bought them. And let me just stop you from buying them. If you expect it to taste like a pickle, don't buy it. If you want it to taste like kombucha and punishment, by all means, okay? If you got the gut for that, by all means. I don't. You know what you should buy? Clausen. By far the best pickle. My favorite pickle. Clausen. In the refrigerated section for a reason.
And then once you do 3 sets, you ain't gotta do it back to back. Once you do 3 sets, you done for the day.
What now? Cucumbers. So I cut these yesterday. Jaden took a cucumber bowl for lunch, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut the new cucumber and put it on the other side. Again, they have like a similar kind of shelf life. I know some people like to take their vegetables to like a spa day and their fruit and their vegetables, and they're giving it a bubbly this and a that. And not me, girl. I'm gonna rinse it off, and you know what? You just make sure you pray over your meal. You'll be fine, okay? You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Or worry about it. I don't know. Don't take health advice from me. What do I know? I'm just over here trying to survive. That being said, I've been eating a lot more whole foods, like just less random like protein chips and protein shakes and stuff like that. Not that I think there's anything wrong with them, because I don't think that there are, and sometimes it really fits into my life and sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes just having a really solid base of fruits and vegetables and rice and pastas and sourdough breads, like just having a nice base of things where I know what the food is comprised of. Oh, I'm so sad I didn't get sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes have been heavy in rotation lately for me. I take one day and I roast them, and I am just snacking on those things, and I'm just having a blast with my sweet potatoes lately. I tried Japanese. I think they were Japanese. I don't know. But they were white sweet potatoes recently. Those were really good. But just kind of having things prep, and here, ingredient prep, like we mentioned before, it's been very helpful. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying kind of having whole foods. I guess you could say eating a little more intuitively. I always pretty much eat intuitively though, even on plan, even when I'm tracking really heavily, whether I'm tracking points with WW or I'm tracking protein and fiber and etc. again with WW, or if I'm tracking straight up like calories, like back when I used to use my FitnessPal a lot. What was my point? What was my point? I literally completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. One thing I can suggest though, if you want to just kind of naturally pick to choose, like to eat more fruits and veggies and stuff like that, is to prep them. I mean, that is the biggest difference for me, for the kids. Just generally, if the food is prepped, we're going to eat it. Very, very rarely will I throw away prepped produce. If it has been taken off the vine, if it has been washed, if it has been chopped, if it has been all of that, it is very rare that it's going to get tossed away. Let me give you an example of a minor prep that I should have done that I didn't, and it's causing things to go bad, is that I left these blueberries in the container. These blueberries have, it's a two-step process, okay? One, you have to open it. Boom. That's already stopping someone from eating these. Two, you have to wash them still. Now, I could have easily just washed them or whatever, but I don't think I did. You have to rinse off the ones you want to eat. 2 steps before you can put it in your mouth. It's not going in your mouth. These, I don't know what they sprayed on these bad boys, but they have not gone bad for some reason. So I think I'm going to throw them into a blueberry muffin. Some stuff I don't prep, like we have a whole tomato. Blue has picked this up, I think, and I'm not sure what his intentions are with it. And if you cut the tomato, it's actually gonna go bad quicker, so I'm not going to do that. Things like this, the edamame in the container. This is from Trader Joe's. It's very simple. We're gonna just take it out of the container, which is this like bag that if you want a few, you can take a few, but then you're left with the bag. And what are you gonna do with the bag? Are you gonna wrap it up? Are you gonna put it, is it gonna be dripping all over the thing? Like, I don't know. But you know what's gonna make it a lot easier for literally all of us to eat these? Put them in a container. Yes, it's still gonna have a lid on it, but it's way more accessible. They're way more prepped than they were in that bag. I prepped these the other day because I only needed part of the zucchini. These have been prepped, and now I know, Sarah, you need to cook these. So I'm gonna probably make something with zucchini and tomato for myself today. And that includes like meat, right? So I have this summer sausage, and when I cut it, I only needed part of it. I was like sharing it with other people. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of it and put it into a container that if Jaden wanted to take a few pieces for lunch or whatever, boom, it's ready to go. And I'll do this with everything, with cheese, with sausage, with fruit, with vegetables, even stuff that is pre-packaged, like these beets. One is opening this box and then opening this bag, cutting the bag, right? Because you have to cut it. So now you're dirtying something just to open the container. We're gonna go ahead and just put this inside of another see-through container right there. Beets are like they're good, but they're also like, they're kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. I got these because I thought maybe I would need to make beet juice for Lewis because he wanted some beet juice and I couldn't find it, but then I ended up finding it. Beets are so weird. How do you eat beets? How do you eat beets if you eat them? If you have any suggestions. They're not bad, but they're weird. Anyway, this is what works for us, so I thought I would share. All right, we have prepped everything. So we have the fruit here, strawberries. I cut them in half because it just makes it a lot more likely for someone to eat half a strawberry than a whole strawberry. I had a mango that was sitting over there, cut that up. I can almost guarantee you as soon as the kids see this, they're gonna go ahead and eat that. And then cantaloupe, which is almost exclusively for Jaden. So I do put a lid on the cantaloupe. He doesn't like walk around and pick at it. However, I never put a lid on the grapes. And everybody will eat these. They'll just sit there and they'll be gone in 2.5 seconds. The meat, that sausage, I threw it in here and that'll go in the meat and cheese drawer. And that'll just be easy enough for anybody to grab some if they want. I left this stuff as it was. Okay, and then we have the veggies. For our garlic, I was storing them just in here by themselves, like still wrapped up and everything. I decided I would go ahead and take the peels off because we normally use the garlic press. So I'm just gonna store these in the fridge now, basically ready to go. So I assume we won't end up tossing any garlic. The beets that I showed you, edamame, onion, cilantro and onion. And then over here, I went ahead and cut up those carrots into little carrot sticks. And I can pretty much guarantee you those are gonna get eaten now. And then we have the zucchini, the tomatoes, and the cucumbers. Let's put this into our nice clean fridge. I'm not one of those households that like restocks for the sake of restocking and being cute for the internet, although I totally could be. I just think it's not my journey. And you know, no hate to anybody that does like actual full-on restocks where everything is so uniform and all of that, but like that's not the life I'm living. I want to be able to have a package that I only ate half of, and I want to be able to have leftovers, and I want to be able to just have regular stuff, not just things that look cute in a line. So I have some organization, but it's not like perfect internet ASMR. It's not like that. But I will say it's very much cut down on the amount of waste that we are producing in terms of our fresh foods going bad. And not even just fresh foods, but like also the packaged stuff. It just doesn't go bad nearly as much as it used to when I would, one, over purchase, which is a big problem, and two, when I would not prep the things. I was just buying, shove it in, boom, that was it. That doesn't work for us. And as soon as I figured that out, problem solved. I did clean out our drawers, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these back. The plastic's getting a little dingy. The plastic on my ice machine's dingy too. Don't worry, it's broken again. So it's like not that relevant. But if you know a good way to clean these types of plastics where they don't have that like dingy, scratched up look, please advise. Let's refill. A little before. Tired. That took me all day to do everything. Like, I'm just like, I'm sleepy. I was sleepy to begin with, as you guys knew earlier, but I didn't finish like cleaning everything and chopping and doing this and that until 2 o'clock, and then I made myself a little breakfast or lunch or whatever. I sliced a bagel and toasted it, and I ate that, and then I had to come pick up the kids. That's where we're at. And you know what I realized in all of this, you guys? I never took anything out to give the kids for dinner. Like, I never defrosted a protein. We have some tofu in the fridge, but Nala won't eat it.
Oh, I already knew what I was gonna eat. I was gonna eat broccoli, green beans, and the goodles from yesterday.
No, we're out of goodles, but I can make more goodles because we have more.
Oh, yeah, I want the shell good ones again.
Okay, then we're gonna run to Target to pick up the creamer that the kids are like feral over. Well, we'll show it to you guys. It really is super good. It's a new creamer flavor, and more than likely I think Jay will be good to just snag a sushi at Target. Hopefully that'll take care of dinner. I did, however, make those salted caramel Rice Krispies, so.
Oh, you did?
I did. She's delayed reaction because she's on Pinterest.
No,
she just
I'm
got out of
responding
school,
to comments.
so. Oh, I'm sorry. She's a celebrity. I forgot.
Yeah, guys.
I forgot.
My thought heard the video. It's giving Kim K.
Okay, well, you don't necessarily need to give Kim K, but her video actually was very funny. She did a vision board video, and I like proof it obviously before she posts, and I was cracking up multiple times. I was laughing. Like, it was your comedic timing. I'm really proud of you, dear. I'm really proud of you. I want you to know.
I went for my jacket on upside down. I actually fixed it up.
Get your life, bruv. Get your life together. All right, we just pulled up to Target. It is incredibly cold today. Your legs are so long. I feel like I'm like back here like trying to catch up. The kids are flying away from me. Do my eyes deceive me?
I take you back. I would much rather have.
Or did they release decaf Stokes? Oh wow. Congratulations, Stoke. You guys have done the darn thing. Of course I'll get it. I'll get the unsweet. I cannot believe. Good job, guys. Because we don't need the sweet one. This is the creamer that the kids are absolutely obsessed with. Yeah, go ahead and grab 2 of those.
It's so
Ew, pina colada. Oh, that's gross. This is the Thai iced coffee. Back from Target. We got mostly our basic stuff from there. So these little fruit bite things, Nala loves these things. She usually has them like after dinner or when she just wants like a little snackage at some point. I don't know. She just loves these things. They have different flavors and stuff, but she loves them. These are those creamers we were talking about, the Thai iced coffee. They are really, really good. It's, I guess, part of the White Lotus. And this is what worries me, that it's going to go away because it's probably just a special edition. But they are so good. It kind of reminds me of the Sweet Italian one, which is what we always get, the other purple one. I don't know, just a little different. I don't know how to describe it. It's great. The kids love it. And then the kids grabbed a couple of cream soda poppies, even though I told them I bought cream soda Olippops, but they wanted to try the poppy one, whatever. And then I grabbed a couple of kombuchas. So mango lemonade and passion fruit tangerine. Now I got some Aquifer. This girl is obsessed with Aquifer. She like bathes in Aquifer. This is one of our favorite teas, the Gold Peak sugar-free ice or sweet tea. And then the Tropicana Light. Nala drinks a lot of orange juice. And then we do mostly dairy-free like ice creams and stuff like that. I'm not normally a fan of ice cream, but I do really like this one. Normally, I just don't enjoy the way ice cream treats me, my body, and it's so cold. I don't really like super cold stuff, but this one's pretty good. Salted caramel cluster, dairy-free by So Delicious with cashew milk, very tasty. And then the kids each picked out one of these, so they got both dairy-free options, and this is a caramel toffee crunch talenti, which is the gelato, and then Jaden picked out the chocolate fudge brownie. Nala doesn't really like chocolate, so I think it's funny that Jaden picks out like the most chocolatey one. It's like, she'll definitely not eat any of that one. It does look good. Jaden skipped the sushi and went for chicken. And then Nala saw these and begged for them, and I was like, okay, but you have to eat them all. We do really like Quest protein chips, and normally we have some in the house, but she picked out these hot and spicy ones. And then, as I showed you guys, can you believe Stoke is making decaf cold brew? Like, this is just, wow. Everyone remain calm. Seriously, everyone remain calm. That's so crazy. Same taste, just decaf. I'm so excited about that. I did not even know this was in the cart. Who put this in the cart? You? Wow. Okay, so I guess we got the cold foam. And this is the type I was talking about, Italian sweet cream. That's the normal one that we get, that flavor of creamer. And then Nala grabbed an acai bowl, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how that is. Why is it shaped like that? Dang it, and for the 1 billionth time, I forgot to get freaking granola. I'm gonna have to make granola. And Jaden grabbed some waffles. Let's put this stuff away, and I'll show you guys what I end up having for dinner later. Jaden's obviously having chicken. He's already knee-deep in those tendies. I think Nala wants some goodles with her whatever. Oh, I did buy the spinach pasta again. If you like that, she'll probably like that too. Yeah, I think I might make that instead. I just made dinner. Let me show you what it is. It's albondigas from like 4 days ago. I'm not gonna eat all this. There's no way, but I just heated all of it up because whatever's left is what's left. I've already frozen a couple. However, a little update on the Rice Krispie treats. I did end up letting the kids try them. You can kind of see, or maybe you can't. They're a little more caramely looking than they'd normally be. And I think that's because you kind of brown the butter and you use brown sugar, which was different. I will say the consistency is perfect. It's not too crunchy. It's not too pulley and chewy. It's perfect. However, leaving them in this pan means that one, they're probably not really going to get eaten as much, and people are going to be leaving the press and seal halfway off, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and individually package them. So I'm just going to wrap them up like if you were going to Noodles and Company, like that. I'm just gonna individually wrap them in some cling wrap, and then I will just sit them in our little dish thing we have. Right now it has a bagel in it. There's one bagel left from 2 days ago when I made bagels. I don't have much rhyme or reason here. And I really hate working with cling wrap, but sometimes you just need to. Upside down. We're gonna go down, down. Okay, I definitely have way too much. Maybe if I can make that a little bit thinner. Sit down and eat this and probably start editing this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it. Let me know if you did. Give me a thumbs up if you did, if you don't feel like leaving a comment. That's a really easy way to show that you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.